The very reason you should be closely following the Crypto Bliss community is just because we are in one of the most incredibly bullish patterns right now, and you will only find this particular pattern right here on this channel. Thank you for being here with me today on the Crypto Bliss channel. Welcome back, and let's dive right into today's content. Well, let's start off right now. China set official deficit as at decades high level. Beijing needs to expand public spending to spur domestic demand as tariffs hit. Boom, look at the increase. China is literally doing print. CNY 1.3 trillion in ultra special sovereign bonds, 4.4 trillion in special local government bonds, 500 billion in special sovereign bonds. These are based on a copy of government's annual work seen by Bloomberg. Well, anyways, simple truth is that it's just QE. China is QEing the shit out of the market right now. And so that's why you can see here, altcoins are also starting to get ready to make the next pump. We have had a massive breakout here on SUI, and we are retesting, even though we've created lower lows. We'll talk about the particular pattern that you can see here now in Bitcoin. And actually, it's formed across the entire crypto space. So you will only find that here on this channel. Stay with me, guys, because right now we are literally only at the stage of belief, okay? We are literally in this current stage, exiting optimism right now while we sit sideways. And I want to talk about the sideways pattern in a moment. But we are going to get into belief very soon, thrill, another pullback or two on the way up, and then we have massive euphoria, blow off top scenario, and boom, back into the bear market. That's what's happened in all four cycles before this, in all three cycles before this. We are now in the fourth. And so this could be the possible move that we are seeing here. Now, this is evidence or a sneak peek into what it is, the pattern it is that I'm going to show you, okay? But right now you can see that we're hitting lower highs and lower lows here. Right now, you can see that we could possibly be kind of hovering around here. We could even make a lower low down to 76K. But right now we have tested about 78.2K. With that being said, Bitcoin is still far away from its current peak. We're on the RSI, really are only at 63 right now. We need to get up to at least 90 plus, which means that we are 30 points away from that area, which means that we still have a shit ton of volatility to the upside, most likely on Bitcoin and all other altcoins. And hence why you can see here that tomorrow we could be dealing with the announcement of the US digital asset reserve, which includes the likes of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano, which made all of those pump, but then, of course, they ended up dumping. Wonder why? We'll have a conversation about that a little bit later. But it is confirmed, and it is going to happen. It's now just a matter of time before it actually unfolds and really the mass buying starts to happen. And hence why I've continuously said to you that this is possibly the biggest and most incredible super cycle we will ever see in cryptocurrency. So if you are part of the community right now, make some noise for the channel, and of course hit the like button. Here is Coinbase CEO says that US crypto reserve is a good idea. Let's hear what Brian Armstrong has to say.
The U.S. actually has reserves in lots of things, gold, oil, I think like 27 different rare minerals like palladium and all these things. And so, I think the world is moving to a Bitcoin standard for money. They absolutely should hold. Any government who holds gold should also hold Bitcoin as reserve.
Any country or company that holds Bitcoin, gold as a reserve should actually hold Bitcoin as a reserve. That's what he is saying. So most countries, most nation states, or some businesses own Bitcoin. That's just what it is. And if we are to grow further, Bitcoin becomes digital gold. All right. That's the benefit of our future and our present. So I want to share with you this article here from Peter Schiff. And I just want to go over a couple things here. So the federal balance sheet still continuing with QT and winds down emergency measures. So the only reason, and let's just have a little bit of a conversation about this. The only reason this is happening because Chair Jerome Powell, now bearing in mind that the Federal Reserve is a privately owned institution, Federal Chair Powell doesn't give a shit about Donald Trump and what he says and the cabinet says. But eventually the pressure will inevitably the amount that Jerome Powell can handle. To this point, he's done pretty well. But Mr. T, good luck to him. He has literally been the reason that this entire world is shifting into this age right now and into the digital realm. So welcome to crypto, my beautiful Crypto Bliss community. And so this is why I would say to you right now that if you believe that it's going to go anywhere else but crypto at this point, I don't know what you're thinking, because at the end of the day, the Federal Reserve will inevitably have to start to head back to QE. And we'll talk about that on a chart in a little moment. For now, the federal balance sheet has literally been QT for months and months, like nearly 2 years right now. And that's why we have seen the craziest bear market and experienced that. For now, you can see that the loan and repo rates are all the way down at the bottom. But what happens when they're all the way down at the bottom? Well, have a look here, because essentially what happens is that we get a massive influx of cheap money coming into QE, and lowering of interest rates, which means that boom, money gets put into the market, and look at how much loans and repo deals come through. Massive, okay? And here, rates at different maturities over time. Right now, we've been kind of in a sideways position, a little bit more down facing here. But honestly, the rates are probably going to increase a little bit over time. Okay. For now, we can see that the earnings remittance due to US Treasury or negative accumulated balance has literally dropped out the roof. That means that people don't really have much money available. So QE is inevitable and it will happen soon. And here is the kind of nail in the coffin for this, because the top 5 holders of US debt stacked bar, the United Kingdom is the yellow, Luxembourg is this green here, Japan is the pink. So Japan owns loads of American debt. China owns a little bit less than Japan. So Japan is the highest traded economy against the US dollar, right? We all know that. If you don't know that, then you need to make sure that you subscribe to the Crypto Bliss channel. The Cayman Islands are somewhere in there too, but all the others, nation states across the world, make up for all of the top 5 of those up there, plus some more. All right. Which means that if all of those countries eventually decided to not use the dollar anymore, which I doubt will happen, okay, the dollar will just take a different form. And the reason for Donald Trump coming in and winning, okay, is exactly because of this. He will make the dollar weaker. He will increase the value of his economy and stimulate his economy. He'll bring things back home. He's starting to use digital assets and so much more for him and his economy. And that's why the federal balance sheet by growth, by product since 2003, you can see here has completely increased. Now, with M2 money supply growth per cycle in 2013 at 26% increase, okay? 27 cycle, it was 22% increase, 21 cycle, 49% increase, 25 cycle, we're only at 0.5%, meaning we have an average of at least 30 to 32%. Okay, that we could possibly have in this cycle, meaning that the M2 money supply is about to increase by 32%, meaning that 36 trillion by 32%, that's somewhat about $10 trillion, my friend. I don't think you realize what's unfolding here right in front of your eyes. This is the chart for QT or M2 money supply since the 1957 era. We have literally gone up. We are only going up. This was COVID. Watch what is about to happen in this super cycle. And so you can see that with QT, okay, is the bear market. So quantitative tightening is absolutely the bear market, okay? Except even though they've been QTing here, this has been going up because of the supply, right? So we went up a little bit here, and then we kind of had a fall down here, and then a massive pump here once there was QE. So we have not yet had QE. So could we sit sideways? I mean, right now we are literally sitting at, we came down to the $78,000 level. But guys, honestly, that's truly no man's land, because really the true line of support is all the way down here at 70,000. So I would not be surprised if Bitcoin still came down there and flushed out the rest of the scabangas in the market, you know, whatever. That just is what it is. I'm going to be fucking buying loads more crypto. And I said that to you here. I've said that to you here. And I've said it to you so many times. I'm going to be pumping my bags right now, because Bitcoin closed Feb at 84,321. The dump before the pump. Well, February was the dump. And usually February was actually a good month. But right now you can see that the RSI is in the red, which means that we're kind of down here on the stochastic RSI. We have all the way back up there to get this massive bull cycle, which could take us anyways between, I mean, if we look where it's gone in the past, it's smashed through the stock to flow model, which is the gray line. And literally between that halfway point and the stock to flow is somewhere around $780,000 right now, $750,000. We're sitting at $92,000 right here, right now. And so at a $3 trillion market cap, I have previously said to you that we could possibly hit a $10 to $12 trillion market cap, maybe even up to $20 trillion market cap, which means that the 10 trillion that I've just been speaking about with M2 money supply coming in over the course of 2025, who knows what it does into 2026, could take us from the 3 trillion all the way up to 15 trillion, which I have spoken about previously, meaning that Bitcoin would absorb most of that, and Ethereum, and XRP, and Solana, and Cardano, because those are part of the US Bitcoin reserve. Imagine how much of that is going to absolutely pump. Of course, America owned BNB now, okay, took hostage, okay, we won't even go on to that. We literally have, I mean, look at Pi Network. I've been speaking about Pi on my channel for so long, guys. Pi Network is now sitting at number 12 here at a $12 billion market cap. We shall see what happens in this incredible time, in this incredible realm in the market, the cycle. What coins will outperform other coins? And you will only see that right here on the Crypto Bliss community if you are subscribed to my channel and watching these videos. I will be doing a number of videos for you over the next few days, so please make sure you are stay tuned and hit that notification bell, and we will see you on the next one. Bless yourselves. Take care. Oh, and of course, you can see here is the Bollinger Band. Okay, here's my trading. Make sure you hit my buy link down below. Like I said to you, we're going to be volatile right now. Here, if we break this Bollinger Band here on the 4-hour time frame, my friends, then down to that 70K level we head, right? So that's a flick out of this zone, a breakdown on the Bollinger Band, because really we've gone sideways, we've broken down. We've gone sideways, we've broken down. We're going sideways, or we're going to break down some more. Stochastic RSI, MACD, both a little bit oversold on the 4-hour, meaning that we could even come back down here, 84,000. We break 84,000, we're coming down to 70,000, guys. I'm just giving you a freaking heads up right now. Okay, if you do, buy the shit out of your coins. Now, I am waiting for us to pull back down here. I'm going to watch because we're on the middle of the Bollinger Band. But right now, we're looking actually pretty darn good, wouldn't you say so? And so if we look at where we're currently at, we're in the demand zone. This is the supply zone and this is the demand zone. Right now, we can see we're still in the demand zone. So it's a good place to buy, especially on the daily time frame on the MACD, not so much on the stochastic, but the stochastic likes to hover high often on Bitcoin. Now, this is the juicy of the entire video that you have been waiting for. So the falling wedge pattern that we are forming here is ultra mega fucking bullish, right? And so you can see here that generally, okay, during new moon times, which is the gray, we actually have, and if you watch my astrology videos with my brother, okay, and looked at Bitcoin as an astrological map, you'll see that often full moons pump and new moons dump, okay, because empty moon, full moon, right? So it's not always accurate, but it is about 85 to 90% accurate. So right now we've just had new moon, so we pretty much pumped and dumped, okay, we probably could dump some more. But the point is that we're in the falling wedge pattern, possibly down here, even out of it. Like we do fake out very often on these falling wedge patterns and then immediately pull back right up, boom, smack down there on the 618, and then smash right through back into that zone, and then boom. I mean, come on, guys. Like we really could be doing this kind of move over the next few weeks. And so look at that. That is all the way up to July. So I would say to you, you need to be patient right now. And by being patient, that means you're going to make money because you're subscribed to my Crypto Bliss community. Thanks for being here with me. Truly appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one.